Hi guys, welcome to July's monthly newsletter. We are really excited about this month and to talk about some of the themes that we've been seeing. So let's get right into it and start with the tarot card, shall we?
Yes.
Let's see. Feeling for the heat.
What could it be?
The Tower.
I
knew it.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
good? I mean, they're all good. You
This
said they're all
is
good.
good and bad. For some people, it could be bad, but the ultimate is good because this is the Tower card, which means that you've built a tower on a false foundation, and this is when your tower falls.
The old paradigm.
The old paradigm
Crumbling
down. The great call to this is that you need to look at your life and see what you've built on what is falling apart, and if you've built that on a false foundation, and if so, let it fall and build new systems on better foundations.
You need to break down to have a breakthrough. So as you said, this is a really great opportunity, and I see this as we have been moving away from the Piscean age, which was all about basically false things being built on false systems and people being able to kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
And we're moving into the Aquarian age where everything is exposed and things that aren't up to date with our current paradigm are going to be crumbling. And so if things are crumbling around you, trust that they aren't a true extension of your truth and your higher self, and that they need to break down in order for you to rebuild in a conscious, strong, truthful, powerful way. Would you say that's also connected to, or could be translated to, if you're not living your truth, things will start to crumble?
100%.
And that is your higher self waking you up to start creating a life coming from the ultimate good for yourself and everyone else and the world, and letting your higher self move through you.
That is it.
Work, relationships, health, everything.
That is it completely.
All right, theme of the month. What's been coming up for me in funny ways is not having any expectations. When I have expectations and I'm attached to a particular outcome, I'm not in the present moment, I'm not in gratitude, and I'm not in trust. And that sucks. Like where I want to be living in my heart and in gratitude and in trust. And so it's a daily reminder just to not have any expectations. Be clear on what I want and what I want to go for, but have that balance of then letting it go and surrendering and being okay with the spontaneity of life and where it leads you. So,
and how do you walk the line between manifesting what you want and then just abandoning all expectations? How do you get that?
So for me, I talk about this a lot in our podcast on manifesting, and I reveal my formula to intentionally manifesting people, things into my life. So I go into it deeper there, but just to answer your question, it's basically what I said. When you're clear about what you want, and for me that comes from my heart space and my greater good for myself and the world, and then I know what I want, and then I let it go, and I'm open to be guided. I'm open for new things to arise, for it to come into my life in an unexpected form. If I'm attached to it looking a certain way, I miss the magic and I miss the journey, which is what counts, the journey to get there. And romance. And so I hope that answers your question. It's being clear on what you want and then letting go and surrender. And within that, it's letting go of expectations, like knowing what you want, but not having any expectations of what it looks like, when it's going to arrive, in what form it comes, and just trusting.
So for me, my theme that I chose for July is breakthrough. And I've just, there's been all this pressure that we've been feeling in the past months between the two timelines, those going up and those going down, all this pressure. And what I'm feeling this month is breakthrough. It's just people reaching that breakthrough and getting that epiphany, or that really just coming to the surface finally. And that's back to the tarot card with it finally crumbling, everything that you used to be able to believe shattering, and that's that moment of breakthrough. We also had the full moon on July 9th, which was in Capricorn, and this was a moon of such incredible intensity, where you had the moon and Pluto opposite the sun and Mars, which caused this intense dynamic of just insanity in the energy. So this is going along with the theme of breakthrough, of just this mega intensity of just epiphany, finally breaking through, and just things really changing.
And once again, that can look like relationships, career, like letting go of the relationship that you just have been struggling to let go of, and then finally maybe this month you crack through. Or applying for that job you really want, and finally this month you just get into action around it.
Yeah. So our parenting tip for the month is fostering independence in your children. The core of it for me is really giving them a strong base, home base. When children feel that strong emotional and safety foundation, then they are going to feel a lot more sense of self-esteem. They're going to feel a lot more secure in all of their ways. And if they don't have that, they're going to be seeking that in their relationships, in their life situations. So to be able to provide them with that very strong emotional home base, which means being unconditionally loving, being protective of them, that is going to foster a sense of independence, because they're going to be complete in this part of themselves, which is going to allow them to then feel whole when they're going out into the world as an individual.
So the more they're attached and allowed to be attached,
Yeah.
the more likely they are to then spring off
Yeah.
that confidently.
Yeah. So that is my one mega tip, but do check out our blog post about the 6 tips for fostering independence.
For anyone who doesn't like cilantro, tune out right now. Bye-bye. For everyone else, come with me. Today I'm whipping up a detoxifying smoothie. It's one of my favorite recipes. Hydrating and detoxifying. So we have a coconut water base, which is naturally sweet. It's also packed with electrolytes and very hydrating. A whole glass of coconut water cracked straight out of a coconut.
Oh my gosh.
I usually have a machete, but...
Oh my god.
Perfecto. Over here we have a handful of cilantro. This is incredible for removing heavy metals. 1/4 teaspoon of chlorella. Again, like chlorophyll and like cilantro, it's really good as a blood cleanser and for pulling out heavy metals. Over here we have 1 teaspoon of MCT coconut oil. I just love adding this to all of my smoothies. It's just really good for the skin, hair, nails, brain, essential fatty acids, and it always adds that kind of creamy, delicious element to the smoothies. So I only put half in here because I didn't want to make it too thick and creamy, but this is just enough to give us those healthy fats that we're looking for. So I recommend letting it go into the blender for at least a couple of minutes to really break everything up properly. And here we have a detoxifying beverage for the whole family to enjoy. Perfect for summer, and just the right amount of creaminess.